Do you need more emeralds, food, bone meal, protection from Endermen, or a better light source than torches? Then this is the video for you. How's it going, crafty miners? RendarCrumb here, and today we're going to learn how to build a fully automatic melon and pumpkin farm, which will give you access to all the melon and pumpkins you could ever need. So let's jump right in. Melons and pumpkins are useful. You'll need both of them for trading with farmer villagers for emeralds. They can also be dropped into a composter to create bone meal, which is especially useful if you're building a crop farm. If you'd like to see how this is done, I'll link to my crop farm tutorial at the end of this video. Melons are a good early game food source, as they'll replenish 2 hunger points for each piece you eat. Pumpkins have many uses. You can make pumpkin pie, which will restore 8 hunger points. Carved pumpkins, which you can wear as a helmet and will actually stop Endermen attacking you. You can craft jack-o'-lanterns, or even make snow golems, which are a lot of fun. So here's what you're going to need to build this. We've got 2 chests, a minecart with a hopper, 2 powered rail, 2 hoppers, 20 normal rail, 2 blocks of redstone, a stack of glass, a stack of building blocks of your choice, 30 dirt, a hoe, which really doesn't need to be diamond, a water bucket, 10 pistons, 10 observers, 24 redstone dust, 2 redstone repeaters, and 5 pumpkin seeds and 5 melon seeds. So let's get building. Start by placing 2 chests like this to create a double chest. Popping around the back and crouching, we need to put 2 hoppers, 1 on each side, facing into the chest. As you'll see by doing this, the hopper is now facing into the chest. Now take your building blocks and build out 9 from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 and 9. At the end of here we need to put a block of redstone. Now we mirror this on the other side. So a block of redstone here, building blocks down like this, coming all the way up to meet with the hopper. To meet with the hopper. We need to put powered rail on here, and put your normal rail coming all the way down here. Now when you get to the hopper at the end here, you'll need to crouch to be able to place it on top. Come around the side, crouch, place on the top, so this forms a corner. Place your rails all the way up here. Oh, missed one. There we go. And you'll see where I've placed that, it means the rail is coming all the way to the end. Now the next thing we need to do is pop some more wall. So then when we pop this minecart with the hopper on it, give it a little push to get it started. Every time that minecart hits that wall, it's going to turn around and come back. That's going to carry on going until you get rid of it. Next, we can take the dirt, come up so we're 1 block above, and place 10 dirt from here. So these 2 are only temporary, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10. Again, mirror this on this side, so follow this all the way down here. Now we can remove these blocks. This is where our melons and pumpkins are going to be growing. The next thing we need to do is take the building blocks, come around to the back, place them all the way along here. All the way along here. Now we take the pistons and we place them so facing from the front like this, so they're facing into the dirt. 1 on each of these blocks at the back here. Now take that dirt again and place another temporary row in front of these pistons. Now with this temporary row place, we can take the observers and from above, so if you're doing this on survival, you can jump and place them, jump and place. So you'll see that the red dot is facing upwards. So quickly fill this in for the entire row. And then we can remove these blocks underneath. All the way along. Now what this will mean is when the melons and pumpkins grow, they'll be observed by the observer here. Now all we need to do is set up a line of redstone so that we can power these pistons to break them, and they can be collected by the minecart. Right, let's get on it. The next thing to do is start placing blocks from here. So from the side of this piston, come around here and place this one. And we need to come out like this, and out like this. Now using the redstone, we need to follow a line all the way along the top of the observers. Now place one down here, one here, one here, and one here. Now for the repeaters, so facing this way, we place one repeater going that way, turn around and place another repeater facing into this one here. This repeater needs to be set to 2 ticks, just like that. Now what this means is when the pistons fire, because the observers will also see that the pistons have fired, they will send a second pulse. By setting this to 2 ticks, we're stopping the circuit from firing all the way down and starting a continuous loop of the pistons firing again and again and again. So now, take your building blocks and build another line behind all these pistons. Follow that with the redstone. So now we have power to all the pistons. Now what we need to do is create a water source in front of this block here. So taking your building block of choice, we can build around here, and bear in mind that this is where the water is going to go. We need to come down here, build a line all the way along here, place another block here so that it blocks it off, and again like this. So we've now created a trough for the water. I'm going to place another block here just so it looks nice. So taking your water bucket, fill that in. Now you will see that that will only travel 8 blocks. So you will need to go and collect a bit more water, place another one here. Now if you're a perfectionist like me, you can start filling in just like this to create an infinite water source. Now we take the hoe and hoe all of these front blocks of dirt here, travelling it all the way along. Now we take our melon and pumpkin seeds and place down 5 of each. So 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 pumpkin, and 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5 melon. Now what will happen, as this block is the only block that the melons or pumpkins can grow into, this is where they'll be forced to grow. The next thing you want to do is take your glass and cover this over. So I like to cover over the water source just so that nothing gets in there. Then coming back around to here, place another line above here. We do need to have glass here because melons and pumpkins need to be able to see the daylight to be able to grow. Just following it all the way around to make sure that this is all covered up. And I'm going to pop another row at the back here to stop anything getting into the minecart. So follow it around here, and we can bring that above the chest, because as I've mentioned in previous videos, you can still open a chest when there's glass above it, as it's a transparent block. Now going back to your building blocks, simply just fill this in at the top here, just to make it look a bit more symmetrical. Well, unlike other crops, melon and pumpkins do not grow on the space that they are planted. Instead, they grow on an adjacent block. Now technically, this could be any block surrounding it, but by putting blocks all the way around here, we're forcing the melon or pumpkin to grow on one block only. When it does grow, the observers at the back here will see that and send a pulse all the way along this, activating these pistons. The pistons will fire, which will break the melon and pumpkin, leaving it on here. Underneath we have a minecart with a hopper, which goes along and collects all the drops. You'll see it's running over 2 rows. This is because due to the space up here, the melons and pumpkins can be dropped in either this row or this one. This makes sure that we don't lose any of the drops. Once that minecart has picked up all the drops, it then runs over these hoppers here and deposits anything into this chest. This means you can leave the farm running as long as you want and it will keep collecting for you as long as the chunks that it is in are actually loaded at the time. So a few quick designs here just to help to inspire you. So what I've done with this one is simply just built it with wood. This means it'll fit more into a rustic build or with the landscape in general. Next, I've gone with this one. Now what I've done here is used orange and green concrete just to represent where the melons and pumpkins are. So as you might have guessed, where there's orange concrete, there's pumpkins, where there's green concrete, there's melons. Finally, we have this fun design. Based on a jack-o'-lantern, we built it up at the front, but at the back you can see it's almost like it's being eaten away. I hope they give you some inspiration, and if you have any ideas of your own, pop them down in the comments. The next thing to do is like and subscribe, and don't forget to turn on that notification bell as new videos will be dropping every Thursday, and it really does help to support the channel. And for anyone out there who needs to hear it, remember that your track record for getting through the bad days is 100% so far. You've got this. I look forward to seeing you next time. RendarCrumb is AFK.